What is the Trivium Method? The Trivium Method is a methodology of learning how to learn and learning how to think, much like other methodologies such as the scientific method. Trivium means three paths or ways, or the place where three roads meet. The three paths of the trivium. Three paths meet to become the Trivium Method that accurately models how we think and learn. The three paths can be described through different models of three. The classical trivium model is general grammar, formal logic, and classical rhetoric. This can also be represented as knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, input, processing, and output, or ontology, epistemology, and ethics. The positions in each model refer to the same aspect of the Trinity, such that the Trivium Method can be looked at as following these three steps, each having word symbols that represent what is happening. The first part is grammar, input, knowledge, or ontology. The second part is logic, processing, understanding, or epistemology. And the third and final part is rhetoric, output, wisdom, or ethics. Grammar deals with the who, what, where, and when. These are the existents, either externally in the objective reality or internally in our own subjective reality in our minds. Grammar is the art of inventing and combining symbols. General grammar is the medium used for communication, like phonetics for combining sounds, spelling for combining letters, and grammar for combining words. Establishing norms ensures a correct form of communication for all to understand, such as the definition of words for everyone to agree upon its meaning. Something is perceived in objective reality or subjective imagination, and it is given a name through a word symbol to communicate about it. Logic deals with the why. This is the interconnection between the existents in existence that are defined by the grammar in the previous part. Logic is the art of thinking. Various things perceived are corresponded and correlated, linked, and connected to combine into larger order concepts or constructs upon which to understand existence. Logic assists in directing actions through non-contradictory identification. Thinking is correct by being in equilibrium with reality in order to arrive at various truths. Logic is used to learn and know more about those things first perceived with grammar, to get to the deeper substance of what it means, to validate and verify the definition and identity. Logic includes the law of non-contradiction and law of identity. Rhetoric deals with the how. This is where we're communicating about the existence, the things in existence that are called existents. So we uncover them. This is the grammar, the input, the knowledge. Then we uncover more, deeper substance, more meaning, and why. And that's with logic. And then we get to finally making sense of what's going on in our environment and then engaging in certain actions or behaviors, such as specific motor functions or even talking and communicating with others. Rhetoric is the art of communication. The last part of the trivium uses both former aspects to communicate about those things previously perceived. Logic is the art of arts, but rhetoric is the master art that culminates in the ability to effectively communicate with grammar and logic. Rhetoric has a negative meaning as well, where it can mean manipulation and deception to simply win an argument through sophistry or other cunning linguistic arts, so as to convince someone of something without much regard for the truth of the matter. This master art can be used for good or ill will. We input knowledge, the grammar, and process it, analyze it, filter it for contradictions through logic, to gain more understanding. Then this gives us the wisdom of how to act so that we can wisely output into the world, the rhetoric. 3 paths feed back within ourselves and with others. The product of proper thinking is the objective truth that any can verify with their own thinking. The 3 trivium components are the first of the 7 liberal arts and sciences, with the latter 4 referred to as the quadrivium. This is arithmetic, dealing with numbers, geometry, dealing with numbers in space, music deals with numbers in time and motion, and astronomy deals with numbers in space and time. There are more arts and sciences to learn about, but these are the 4 classical components of the 7 liberal arts. We all feed back into the common external objective reality, that's existence, while individually processing what we input through our senses in our own internal subjective reality, and that's our consciousness. This is how we co-create the human world that exists as a result of our actions. Thinking is important. It's involved in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. The quality of what we read in will affect what we think about, and possibly what we output in writing or speech. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. The quality of the information we take in, the metaphysics, and the quality of our thinking, the epistemology, will guide us in our moral quality of higher, truer, realer life, the ethics that we can create. By learning about the Trivium methodology, we learn how to think, not what to think. Standards of proper definition of terms to establish a common ground of knowledge can then be followed by critical thinking skills to correct errors in thinking like fallacies and biases. This can be applied in any endeavor to learn or communicate. Communication gets us to the common ground of understanding something. We come to terms by defining the words or terms we use in order to understand each other better. We can better understand problems or opportunities by critically defining them, and then work to creatively envision a solution or exploit. Rather than automatically accept or reject ideas based on prejudices or preconceptions, we analyze them first to determine their validity. The Trivium method represents the natural order of effective thinking. It's how our psychological lives work. This is a basic functionality of higher order consciousness that human animals possess. The degree of functionality in this Trivium method of thinking and processing reality can be developed further. We walk these 3 paths in consciousness in order to live. Understanding how we function and further developing our capacities of consciousness will benefit us not only individually, but collectively as well. This is an introduction to the Trivium method. I will likely be doing more posts about it in the future. Thank you for your time and attention. Take care. Peace.